Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CryptoXpres, where it's my goal to keep you up to date with what's going on in the crypto market, where is the money going, and where should we most likely be putting our money. All right, if that sounds good to you, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. So first thing is first, let me share my screen with you. And we are going to start off with a few pieces of news that really lay the groundwork and paint the picture of what is going on in the world and in crypto. So first off, we're going to pick up with Nvidia's news, which really emphasizes how this whole AI narrative is really here to stay and for the long haul. Because as we'll see here, Nvidia's earnings last night was one of those for history books. Nvidia has now added over $230 billion to its market cap today after earning. It's the biggest one-day gain for any company in history. Outrageous. And there's a chart here that shows how it compares to all other major companies and their earnings. So that's one piece of news, okay? So this really emphasizes this whole AI narrative is still here to stay. The second piece of news is on Reddit. I assume most people here know what Reddit is. It's basically like a news blog open to anybody sort of platform. And they also disclosed today, that they hold Bitcoin and Ethereum. And they disclosed this in their IPO filing, which is incredible news because this is a mainstream company. So if they have now come out openly to say that they are holding Bitcoin and Ethereum, this puts them up there with MicroStrategy. This puts them up there with Elon Musk. They would be the third, Reddit. So if this isn't a sign for general adoption at large in the world, it is. The third piece of news is really a reporting from Trump on his position with Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and play this for you.
The Chinese digital currency. But isn't the next logical step for you to embrace Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin obviously is decentralized. The government can't get its hands on it. What about Bitcoin to all the young people, including African Americans, who are very interested in it?
Well, a lot of people are doing it. I always liked one currency. I call it a currency. I like the dollar. But a lot of people are doing it. And frankly, it's taken a life of its own. You probably have to do some regulation, as you know. But many people are embracing it. And more I'm seeing people wanting to pay Bitcoin. And you're seeing something that's interesting. So I can live with it one way or the other. I've always liked one really powerful.
So this is powerful because we know Trump has a massive following, and for him to say this on national TV, being a presidential candidate, this is just powerful in general, and it really shows you how crypto is infiltrating the world and the market at large. So it's quite bullish. All right, the fourth piece of news is on A16Z. So I will also assume many of you know, but if you don't, A16Z is a VC or a fund, and they have one of the top reputations. So whenever you're looking to invest in a crypto project, you always want to go see who's invested in this project, because that tells us if it's a serious project or not. Because serious funds or investors will only put their money behind serious projects. So A16Z is one of those funds. And they just announced yesterday that they have invested $100 million in EigenLayer. How outrageous is that? And I actually covered EigenLayer in a previous video, but if you haven't, I will share a quick video on what they... Here we go.
Try and do the extreme, explain like I'm 5, maximally simple left side of the bell curve explanation of restaking. So people understand Ethereum staking. There's no way they can listen to Bankless and not understand what Ethereum staking is. So starting from there, what is restaking in its most simplest form?
Yeah, restaking is the idea that the same stake that is used for securing the Ethereum proof of stake network can now be used to secure many other networks. That's the simplest version. So in staking, what you do is
I'm going to pause there. That's enough. essentially all you should know is that when you stake, you basically go grab your crypto and you go deposit it, right, on a specific platform. And usually that platform or that layer one, that network, will pay you rewards. They'll pay you in their native token for doing this, because then they grab that crypto that you staked, and they use it to for many things, to pay out rewards to their community, or to further secure the network, or to buy, you know, they'll do many things. Okay, so what is incredible is that we're starting to see in crypto, and I'm going to keep it really brief, is that you see layer ones wanting to help further grow their ecosystems. And in order to do this, they're allowing their users or their members, their customers, to come stake and restake. So like almost like double dip, and earn extra rewards for further securing the network or doing other activities on that network. So this is a common theme that I'm starting to hear in the crypto space, and you'll see this in the next piece of news that I'll share with you as well. But I just wanted to explain first off, that's why I shared this video, on what EigenLayer is, right? So it's basically using the same stake or deposited crypto to, you know, do another action on that same network. And EigenLayer is basically a service provider that is now allowing other new crypto projects to come and secure their networks through EigenLayer, as long as they're Ethereum based. All right, so that's EigenLayer. All right, so that was the fourth piece of news I wanted to share with you that really just tells us that it's all about restaking right now. So just keep your ears open. If you hear more about other projects doing this, then, you know, lets you know that, okay, this is possibly a good project. And then let me know in the comments. All right, fifth piece of news is on AltLayer. And this tweet by Lucky really reemphasizes what I've been explaining right now, which is it's all about restaking right now. So here it says AltLayer, which also allows for restaking, just closed another 14 million round led by Polychain. Next point, Binance Labs invests in Renzo today. This is their second restaking investment in 2 weeks. So we're really starting to hear like a common theme, right? Third point, which I just read, A16Z invests $100 million in EigenLayer. And then it's kind of funny. He's like, you know, some interesting developments this week. It's kind of all staring us in the face. So amazing. Amazing. So this all paints a picture of what's going on, right? And just quickly, AltLayer is a decentralized elastic rollup as service, or what is called RAS, RAAS protocol. And it's basically allowing for dApps to scale as fast as possible. And it's just supposed to have a really user-friendly dashboard that doesn't even require you to be a developer. So it's all about ease of use, restaking, AI right now, and speed, right? Because that's what a rollup is to begin with. I actually quickly pulled up a definition for you, which I'll share, but it's all about speed. So what is a rollup? A rollup is a layer 2 blockchain that processes transactions away from the main blockchain to reduce transaction costs and increase throughput or speed on that main chain. So right now that's also a theme. You'll hear rollups, rollups, rollups. And rollups are a scaling solution. They minimize the computational load on a main layer 1. So I'll just stop right there, because all you need to know from all of this is that what's in season, what is the narrative right now, is it's rollups. It's always speed, right? And it's about restaking and AI, as I said. But okay, so now let us take a quick look. As I was sharing with you, this is AltLayer's website. Let's take a look at how it's doing. So this is the 7-day chart. The last 24 hours, it's been down like almost 9%. So it could be a good time to buy, keeping in mind that we're going into the weekend, and based on my education and ongoing education, what I know is that in general, the market makers trap traders over the weekend. So it seems like a really good time to buy, but don't get desperate over the weekend if you don't see it pumps, because traditionally nothing happens really over the weekend. So this is AltLayer. looks like a good opportunity to buy over the weekend, to buy now, but not financial advice. If we look at the 1 month chart, just to give you an idea of why it's like bullish, is because it's been going up. It's been going up for the last month. So it's a good sign. But okay, so now let us move into the next narrative that's really pumping. And I feel like this is always memes, which is what I'm showing you right now, tend to be always pumping in crypto, because crypto's culture, you know, if you haven't been around for a while, is sort of this sarcasm and yeah, it's a sarcastic approach and viewpoint on like the traditional world, traditional finance, and all the traditional norms we were taught to believe, you know. So they make everything funny. They're like invented this whole economy around amazing tech, but you'll find that in crypto, the more, how can I say it, almost like the more disrespectful meme tokens are to traditional culture, the better they do. And so anyway, a token that's really a coin, you know, a meme coin that's really pumping right now is MAGA meme coin, and this is Trump's meme coin. I know he has like gold sneakers, he had an NFT collection, and now he has a meme token. So he's really jumping in all the way with crypto, which is really fun to see, you know. And it also really indicates that, you know, how much crypto, the potential it has of being mass adopted by the world at large, because everyone pretty much on the planet knows who Trump is. And, you know, if he becomes president, even if he doesn't become president, on his way to the presidential election, he's going to be in the news. He's going to be saying stuff. You know, he's known for being quite, you know, loud and opinionated. So, you know, chances are, let's take a look at his chart. This is the 24-hour chart. So like chances are, you know, that on his way to the presidential election, look at the pumping. You know, every time he says something hilarious or disrespectful or like is in the news, you know, whatever, chances are this meme token is gonna pump. So it's already quite bullish, but remember what we said in a previous video, never get discouraged by saying or looking at a chart and being like, oh, it already pumped, you know, because it's crypto. You don't just do 1x, 2x, you know, 3% gains. You do, get ready, you know, you do 10, 20x times your original investment. You can do up to 100. I have personally participated in projects where my investment went up like times 100. Like that's what's coming right now. So you can't be short-sighted. You know, that's why when I share the news with you, I really try to explain a lot of the culture and the background and all the sort of both fundamental reasons that tokens could pump, you know, what they're good for, but also the culture, because that's also a big indicator on crypto projects that'll do well. So this is MAGA. Okay, so keep your eyes out. All right, so taking a look at, you know, betting odds for the, you know, for the presidential election, we can see that Trump, which you'll see in red, people are betting on him. He's leading the way. So can you imagine how well this token, his meme token, will do if he wins? You know? So it could be interesting, could be something, as they say. And then this tweet, which I will just read a little bit of it. It says, and it emphasizes what I'm trying to explain to you, which says the mechanism capital has accumulated its first new positions of 2024. These new positions center around Trump and include Trump-related meme coins and NFTs. Prolific usage of Trump sticker packs to start immediately. It's so funny. Meme coins are all about the attention economy, and Trump is probably one of the best attention monopolizers in the world. U.S. primary elections just started, so now you have a state territory election every week or two until summer. So he's constantly in the news cycle. And of course, after that, you have the general election. This bet is not just on whether Trump wins or not. Polling indicates that he's very likely to win, like I just showed you. But that's not the point. The point is that he's going to be in headlines everywhere, all the time, and people are constantly going to be talking about Trump. His whole strategy is being very provocative, saying outrageous and funny things, and things that get people going. Not only do you have these elections, but also the court cases and the indictments that are set to go on trial that serve as a catalyst events for more attention. The federal election subversion case, Mar-a-Lago classified documents case, the Georgia election subversion case, New York hush money case, the Trump Organization civil fraud trial, etc. Now, there are a few Trump coins out there, but in my opinion, only the highest market cap one will have any longevity and serve as a shelling point for all Trump-related speculation. Have you seen a few others come and go for short-lived pump and dumps that dry out after a few days? Have spent time in the main Trump's group chats, talking with dev team members and listening to spaces, and all I will say is that the vibes are good. There are risks with all shitcoins, as we call them. That's what they are, okay? But it should also be pointed out that the main risk here is that Trump himself dumps all his Trump, currently valued at $1 million, and disavows the coin. So that's a risk, okay? Because he will be taking his profits. So if you go into Trump, you be aggressive too, and you take profits, okay? Do, like, not financial advice, but take your profits. Don't be holding this like it's gold, you know? You just buy the dip and then you buy, like, just as it rides up, and you take out your money. Anyway, it still has a lot of potential, like, based on everything, right? So it says, so he takes his profits, right? And he says that could either kill it immediately, or it could go the path of Doge Shiba, which then, you know, it creates like a cult following and people are buying it and, like, you know. Anyway, it says the former of which has its founder dumps all tokens, disavows, and later of which Vitalik sold down. Anyway, all of this overall, it's the first meme token I've seen that I believe can rival Doge and Shiba. And here's the roadmap if you want to see it. But they have a whole plan. Okay, they have a whole plan. Anyway, funny times. And then here it just says, it shows like how much Trump's holdings are. This is Donald Trump's largest holding is now of 2 million of the Trump meme coin. So anyway, it's funny and it could rival Doge and Shiba. And here's another high for Trump. Yeah, anyway, very, very, very interesting times. Now we will take a quick look at Render. I mentioned Render in yesterday's video. Today it looks like a bloodbath, but do not be discouraged because this is just the way crypto is, okay? It's extremely volatile, as they say, as Ivan on Tech says, who's like a friend of ours. You know, he's like, you have to wear your big boy pants in crypto. You know, you take your own responsibilities. You can make a ton of money, but you can lose it, right? And that's why it's my goal to educate you as much and as fast as possible, so you can just make as much money and like not lose a lot, you know, not lose your money. So anyway, this is the 7-day chart, 1 month chart. Okay, so once again, if you felt like yesterday was too high, today's a good time, because as we saw in the beginning of this video, Nvidia has had one of like the most successful days. Let me just show you real fast. Right, like this is what I was showing you earlier. So Nvidia's earnings last night was one for the history books, right? Where I was telling you it brought in $230 billion into its market cap. That's like outrageous. Okay, so that to say that this whole narrative, which Render is all about, helping AI render, helping it produce and work faster, okay, is still the hottest narrative. So we're just getting started with Render. Anyway, the next token we are going to look at, which really allows us to come full circle with what I was saying in the beginning of this video, is all about StarkNet. So StarkNet is actually a project built on StarkWare. Okay, StarkWare is like the layer 1. StarkNet is a layer 2. or a dApp, a project built on it. And a few words on it. So it's basically a permissionless, right, decentralized ZK rollup. Remember what I said, a rollup is a layer 2 that allows for projects to process away from the main blockchain, or layer 1, validates it, and this basically allows for that project or layer 2 to scale faster because it doesn't have to wait for the base layer, the blockchain, to process everything. It can do it away from the main blockchain process, and then it's validated through its main blockchain. So anyway, it's built on Ethereum, and it allows for apps to reach limitless scalability while preserving Ethereum's composability and security. And it allows for projects to deploy their own smart contracts using their own programming language called Cairo. So remember I said in the beginning of the video that it's all about staking, restaking, rollups, right? Because it allows for speed and scalability. Especially with AI being introduced, everything's about to get faster. And rollups really allow for projects to keep up. Anyway, yeah, so StarkNet is doing good on the 24-hour chart. We are experiencing a dip, so it could be a good time to buy some as well. And it's been low in general for the last month. But that said, this brings me to some news by Miles Deutscher, who's a really big new YouTuber as well, and he has really great information. And his update, which is on Denkun, which is basically an upgrade to Ethereum's blockchain. He says it's an upgrade. It's a major hard fork upgrade scheduled for March 13th, which is intended to enhance Ethereum's network scalability. So you see how right now it's all about scalability, it's all about speed. And this should really, really create a surge for Ethereum. So that said, this brings me to the end of the video. I just wanted to update you on everything that's going on. What are the top narratives? Where's the money going? And I will just quickly share Bitcoin's chart. Bitcoin is actually pumped since the time I started making this video. It's up $1,000. So this is good. It looks like we're on our way up, but remember the market tends to sleep over the weekend, so I don't know how this will do. We're coming up on or it's already past, yeah, that makes sense. We're at US market open, so this would make sense. So for the next 8 to 10 hours, we can expect some action on Bitcoin, and then just keep your eyes open. It tends to stay stagnant over the weekend, and then it takes off again at US market open. Same time around now, or a little later, since this video will come out a little later. But anyway, this brings me to the end of our video. This just shows we had quite a few inflows into Bitcoin today, to Bitcoin ETFs. We had over 251 million net inflows. So it's been a strong day today. But all right, I hope you enjoyed. It's quite late here, but I wanted to bring you this video anyway because it's my commitment to keep you up to date with what's going on in the crypto space. And I hope you make as much money as possible. All right, I will catch you on Monday. All right, take care. Ciao.